What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's Talk Tottenham. We're here live at a new time. It's not the morning. I'm not super tired. I am ready and raring to go. So glad that you're here. We've got some new stuff. I've tried to put a little chat bot into the chat. We've got a question of the day, and the question of the day is this: how do you feel about Poch managing PSG? This was sent in by Jinty chilling by the fire, and it looks like we're already getting some comments on that. I think it's a good move for both parties, to be honest. From Bill, Poch joining PSG, it's good news. He's one of the best managers. Did a great job for Spurs. Hope he does that in PSG too. I wish him good luck. Yes, I agree, and I also think that he will win some silverware, get that kind of that monkey off his back, and get him able to, just be free to be Mauricio Pochettino. We know that he's magic. So today we are going to start out this show hearing from you. As always, thank you so much for sending in your comments. I posted a video, asked a couple questions, and so we're going to go through some of those questions and the comments that people made. I've also got some audio submissions from our Discord server. In fact, let me just put that in the chat here. If you're interested in joining our Discord server, hopefully this works. Some of these commands, you'll start to see our Discord information there, and we would love for you to join that, get in on the conversation, and through that, you can send in audio clips to tell us your thoughts for the show. So, yeah, we're going to start off by talking about the Leeds game, and then we're going to also have a conversation with Alex, Bill, and Jinty, who are going to be joining me live. Thanks so much, guys, for doing that. We're going to talk about Harry Winks a little bit, and what are our thoughts about Harry Winks right now. He's got a couple starts recently. Is he pushing for a starting 11 spot? Is he just still really a squad, rotation player? I know he wants to be in that starting 11. And I think he had a pretty decent showing against Leeds. And then we'll talk about transfers as well. That's going to be kind of our main topic of conversation today. So get in on that conversation. And if you have questions for me, or if you have questions for the guys, just let me know. And then lastly, about 45 minutes from now, we're going to have our second round of Tottenham Trivia. I got some questions. I'm hoping to see who can show me they got the big brain. Last time, it was Regina. We had 3 people play. It was so much fun, actually. Regina took 7 points. Someone named Harry Kane, I don't think it's the actual Harry Kane, only took 1 point. And Thomas Nation had a really fun time, but walked away with 0 points. So I would love to see your name right up on that score sheet. Get in there. We got a relegation zone. We got the top 4. You want to be in that top spot. So second round of Tottenham Trivia coming right at you at the end of the show. So before we get started, like I said, please just get in on the chat. And if you see some other people in the chat and you want to have a conversation with them, talk to them. Let's chat with one another too, and make this more of a conversation. Even if they support another club and they, say that they support, I don't know, whatever, even Arsenal. If they say they're a fan of Arsenal, just give them the silent treatment, because it makes them feel right at home at the Emirates. Okay, so first, some general comments that were made. Halia Gumbar was the first comment on the original vid. And so she said, it was a new year. It's great to get a win under our belts. Big 3 points and a great way to kick off 2021. Bainesy, also known as Alex and Crying Sun, said, big win today. Great to see Harry and Sonny linking up again. And I think we can all agree that is the duo of our lifetime. And then Will I Am 25 says, I'm subbing because I like your channel. Aurier has to come back. Doherty got a red card. That's karma. Now, I don't know if it's karma, but I have to agree with you. We definitely need Aurier back. Chat, what do you guys think about that? I think Aurier has proven himself this season in a way, I wouldn't have said it about him last season. And even, watching that Amazon docuseries, it was so tough. So tough. So let's see here. We've got my first question that I had for everybody from the original video. Looks like this. It was this. It said, Son scored his 100th goal for Spurs and it looks like he is at the top of his game. Do you have any nerves about him signing a new contract? And so we got some comments in here. Thought I'd share some of those with you. Dean MC 49519 said, I don't think Son leaves just to be at a bigger club, but do Spurs pay him what the bigger clubs ultimately will? They don't right now, but I believe they're about to. And I know, Spurs, the way that they structure their contracts with different players, it's not you're not going to see those, big bumper sticker deals. It's going to be based on bonuses and things like that. But the way Sonny is playing right now, he's playing out of his mind. And so I'm imagining a very nice contract is going to be agreed upon. Personally, I don't think I'm too worried about him leaving, but I do think that if we don't win silverware this season, it'll be looming, and so hopefully we get our own silverware, just like we're hoping it for Mauricio Pochettino, and we get that signature as well. I saw somebody on Twitter say Harry Kane should give him the pen so he can assist the signing of Heung-min Son. I think that would be pretty fun. So. Yeah, let's see. Then we've got Dakota from the Spurs pod. He says, I'm negative worried about Sonny signing a new contract. He is fully Spurs. And then we got an audio clip sent in. If you send in an audio clip and you're live right now, I just want to let you know, I kind of chopped them up based on the different questions. So Regina, I think I see you on here. I'm definitely excited to hear from you. So just so you know, you're going to hear yourself in a couple different parts. But so here's what Regina had to say.
Spurs fans, even though it's evident that Son loves the club and the fans and vice versa, I am slightly nervous that if we don't pin him down to that new contract or don't increase his wages, because he's at the peak of his career, he might be looking for his final big move, especially if we don't win silverware. Totally. And it would be so gutting if he leaves the club anytime soon, but I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I think that's a really good point to be talking about. This is his last probably big contract. And so he'll want it as maximum as possible in terms of the maximum number of years. And as we Americans like to say, the maximum number of dollars. But yeah, so I think it's super important that the team work together on this. It sounded like Jose even said, Sonny wants to play for Spurs. Spurs want Sonny to play for them. That this should be something that everybody's happy about, but you never know. So let's go back to these comments here. Bainesy says, I'm worried about Sonny purely because he has a new agency managing him. And that is a very good point. I believe, he let his former agency go just for this contract. And Bainesy says, who are good at their job, meaning Levy is going to have to dip his hands in his pockets. Man, Levy doesn't like doing that either. So we'll have to see what happens. And then, okay, I'm going to probably say this name wrong.
Everybody says my name wrong.
I'm so sorry. Leith Bawasida. Sorry for saying your name wrong if I did. There is no one that can afford Son or Kane right now, and that is totally true. I completely agree. No one can afford them, but if that Son contract does run out, that would be a crying Son shame. Okay, that was really lame. All right, we'll keep going. So yeah, we also got another audio clip. This is from Techno from the UK. We've heard from them before. Let's see what they have to say.
What I think about Son's new contract, I think Son is going to stay at Spurs. He is going to sign a new contract, and reports say that he is going to sign a 5 or 6 year deal contract, which is really good for us. I hope this contract doesn't turn like the Aubameyang one.
Ooh.
Where Aubameyang signed a 350k a week contract and then starts being bad and scores 2 goals from open play on this season.
Yeah, I don't want that either. That is for sure. I don't think that, early on, I felt like Sonny was pretty streaky in the sense that, I remember that first season, it was like maybe his first season he really struggled. His second season, it was like he was there or he wasn't there at all. It's similar to what Delhi is kind of going through right now, I feel like, which is why I think Jose is just really pressing him and pushing him so hard and not letting up. So I completely agree with you. I don't want to see a big contract followed by, a fall away, but I think Sonny has proven himself year after year now, and so I'm excited for that. So, yeah, so that was the first question that we talked about. Let me show you. This is the second question. The second question that we had was this right here. Who was your man of the match and why did you choose that player? So get in there in the comments. Let me know who was your man of the match. This is going back to the Leeds game. We won 3-0. It felt good, especially to kick off a new year like that after so many games without a win. I think it was, it was a perfect team to start the new year off. They're just set up for Jose's style of play. I think I saw a stat that Jose, anytime he's played against Bielsa, the cumulative score line is 18 for Jose, 2 for Bielsa. So so here's some of the answers to the questions that people had to say. Man of the match, Yoongi chilling by the fire said, "I'm confused between Son and Kane and Højbjerg. They played fantastically. Winks had a good game, though." And I agree. That's actually why we're going to be talking about Winksy, because I feel like he's right on the line right now. He's doing well, but man, I guess with the bigger bench, it kind of helps him, right? Because he can always be on the bench, hopefully in this way, but we'll have to see. Dakota said, "The man of the match for me was a combo of Son and Kane. They're a bit inseparable at the moment." No, and I have to agree. I don't want to separate them. I want to see both of them on the pitch as long as possible. When they both were looking like they were injured, I don't know about anyone else, my heart stopped. I was just like, please no. I think it was Kane looked like he went down first, and then Sonny went down, and then the images back to back were just like gut-wrenching. Definitely didn't want to see that. And then we've got a new comment from Lily White Lane. Thanks so much for being a part of this. And I saw you join the Discord. Sorry I didn't see it right away. We'll have to have you on the show live sometime soon. Lily White Lane said, "Massive 3 points, fantastic performance from all the players. Winks was my man of the match, constantly getting into the right positions, pressing high and dropping back well. Sonny as well, with a brilliant goal to mark 100. The only player that disappointed me was Dyer, constantly giving the ball away." And I think Dyer did have a little bit of a tough game. It definitely wasn't his greatest. And I think I'd probably have to agree with you. I'm not really sure if I can think of anyone else who disappointed me, at least right off the top of my head. But yeah, so great for Sonny to score his 100th goal for Spurs. I believe he's the first outside of the UK to have that feat. So let's see. Let's go to some of these comments, see what we got about the man of the match. Harry Kane says, "Yo, bro, Matt Hayes sent me here. What up, Matt Hayes? Raid. Oh my gosh. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Yeah, dude, this is awesome. Yeah, Matt Hayes is the best. Just loving this so much. This is such a gift. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. That I got to be on his podcast on Friday, had such a great conversation. One of the things I've noticed, particularly when I talk with Matt and also with the Irish Yid, him, David Harris, I just love to laugh with those guys. And so a wonderful, wonderful time. Definitely one of the best Spurs YouTube channels. I agree with you, Alex. So fun. Thank you so much for coming over and saying hi. So we're talking about our man of the match, and before we get any further, let me just give you a little bit of what Regina had to say. Regina from South Africa.
It was a close one, but my man of the match was Harry Kane. I mean, not only did he score the opening goal, he also played an inch-perfect telepathic pass to Son, who put the ball behind the net. And it's quite special that Kane can now say that he assisted Son for his 100th goal.
Isn't that
so,
cool?
Yeah. 3 points, 3 goals, third in the league. Can't complain.
Yes.
We seem to be back on track, and long may it continue. Come on, you Spurs.
Hey. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, it's just such a great way to start off the new year. I loved all those threes that you pointed out, Regina. That was awesome. All right, we are going to take a very, very short break. We're going to come back with Alex, Bill, and Jinty. We're going to be talking live about Harry Winks, about transfers, about Brentford. So don't go anywhere, and we will see you in just a second. All right, everybody, we are back and we are live with Alex, also known as Crying Son on Twitter, Bill and Jinty. These guys have been so much fun. They joined the Discord early on. Alex, how are you doing today? I know it's kind of rough out there over the ocean, but how are you doing right now?
Yeah, all good. I'm not perhaps faring as bad as Jinty because I'm based in England. He's based in Scotland, and they've just gone into lockdown. But yeah, we've got another what do you call it, press conference with Boris at 8 o'clock. So we'll find out there.
Yeah. And yeah, Jinty, you were saying lockdown is fast approaching, but
midnight.
Midnight.
They announced it like a couple hours ago, and it was midnight. But like sport is still going, so there's still hope for England.
Yeah, there's still hope for sure. And Bill, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy New Year to you three and everyone watching.
Yes.
Right now, I hope this year's a lot better than the year we've just left. But yeah, no, I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thanks.
For sure. And as some have said, the year ends in one, so hopefully there's good news for Spurs. All right, we're going to open our first topic. We're talking about none other than Harry Winks. I mentioned in the previous video that man has a world-class smile, but I don't really know if he's got that world-class play. So let's start with Jinty. Winks got the start. What did you make of his play? And is he challenging Sissoko for his place in the starting 11? What do you think?
See, it's difficult because like you were talking to us about me bringing it up, so I thought I would like deep dive into him.
Yes.
And like he's at he's coming up for his 150th appearance soon, and he's only had 5 goals and 5 assists. But if you put the two together, you get his yellow cards at 25, coincidentally, and times them 2. But then I've looked at this season, right? Because we're talking about like how he's done. And when he's played, we've won 9, we've drawn 4, and we've lost 3. And you think that's a good record, but you look at the teams that we've won with: Southampton, Stoke, all the qualifier games like Hafi, Mackaybar, and Skriniar. The last game, 2 Ludogorets games, the 1 Turk game in Leeds. So like you can see the bars. And the draws have been Wolves. He subbed on West Ham when we conceded just 5 minutes before we started conceding a bunch of goals. Newcastle and Lask, and then the ones that are lost are that Antwerp game and Everton and Leicester. So you can see that it's the 2 teams in the Prem that are doing pretty well, that are like historically top half, and he's playing against. Like playing well against historically bottom half players, and so then I started like looking at his stats, man, and I think it just tells a story. Like defensively, right?
Yeah.
Because he's been playing in DM kind of central midfield, deeper kind of almost. He's producing per game 1.3 tackle, 0.6 interception, at 1 foul, and 0.9 clearance. And you're like, is that? I mean, it's not that great compared to like, you know. But then you look at like his offensive. He's got the 1 goal.
Yep.
He's getting
that wasn't a goal. Let's be honest.
I know.
That was.
It goes on, man. You know.
It counts. It counts, and he'll take it. But it was. Yeah, that was a cross.
Like,
anyway, go ahead.
He's getting 0.6 shots. He's getting 1 key pass, which is his 1 standout stat, and he's getting 0.2 dribbles and like 50 passes with like 80% accuracy, and he's doing 3. It says nearly 3 long balls a game, but only 0.1 through balls. So it's showing you the quality of the forward passing.
Yep.
And I just thought about it, man. I was like, well, what's the kind of player I could compare him to, man?
Mm-hmm.
And that's around his age. And then I thought in the Prem was Wilfred and Didi. They're the same age.
Mm-hmm.
They play that kind of same role, and I think it really. I didn't want to compare it with Højbjerg because that's not really fair, you know. but
Yeah.
it was looking at the defense, and it just shows you like how he. I don't think he even knows what kind of his role is, because like,
Yeah.
Ndidi is putting in 3 tackles a game, 2.5
Yep.
interceptions, the same amount of fouls, and he's getting double his clearances, and yet, but he's getting half his shots, half
Yeah.
his key passes. He actually, ironically, has the same amount of dribbles passed per game, and he's a much more defensive player, and he's actually got the same amount of average passes with the same amount of percentage and long balls. And
Interesting.
just so like it shows you that he has a high percentage pass, but like I think when you watch him, you see it's a lot of sidewards, backwards passing, and I think he's one stat, the key passing. I really do think it's because of our system is really suiting him. Like when he plays, because it's always Højbjerg beside him. Højbjerg sits a lot deeper. He passes to Højbjerg, then Winks passes to Son or Kane or one of them two, and then he gets the key pass, you know, for instead of the assist. So
Yeah, and I think
so you just look at it and you just like, I really don't think he fits his role as much as like the role that we're putting in into, and he doesn't really fit a role of being more of a creative player. I don't know what he really wants to do, you know, and it's just his stats show it. Like he's bang average in defense and offense.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, Bill, I want to just take it over to you. Ratty Star on here said, we were just discussing Winks on Matt's stream, and he's not good enough. He doesn't contribute enough to the game. What are your thoughts on Winksy?
I just off the top of my head, listening to some of those stats that Jinty was talking about, particularly like the long ball one.
Yeah.
Are the matches that Winks are playing? He's most likely going to be playing with Vinicius.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm thinking, are those long balls? I mean, I'm a bit of a weak defense, but are some of those stats? Are they going to be slightly more geared around the different team that he's going to be playing alongside?
Sure.
Like, would though, if he was playing week in, week out in the Premier League, and you can say he's not doing that because he's not good enough. But if he was, would he have? Would he have? Well, he would have different stats, obviously. But would those stats be altered because he's playing with different? Because he's trying to play in a different system.
Yeah.
I think we've said this before, even on a previous video, or certainly in the Discord. I don't think Winks has gotten worse as a player. I mean, he did play. He was a starter throughout the time with Pochettino, and he played in the Champions League matches. So I don't necessarily doubt his quality. I just think with Højbjerg playing so well and then Dembele having a great second season, he's just not at their level. But I don't think he's gotten worse.
So it's almost like the players around him have all kind of risen or gotten better around him, and so it's kind of revealing where he's at.
Yeah, because his defensive like stats were a lot better the previous seasons, but now that Højbjerg has came in, he's not needed for that. It's almost like he's surplus. And the main factor is you've also got to think he didn't play at all during that run between October and December when we played Man City, Man United, Chelsea.
Josie doesn't trust him
twice. Like, you know, he played at the start and now he's just kind of got back in because Sissoko was injured. Now Sissoko's coming back, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's take it over to Alex really quick. Alex, I want to ask you, you know, we want to talk about transfers. You know, Winks, he's English. It's just not going to happen. So what do you think is plausible? What can we maybe hope for?
I think maybe if we just start with departures, I can't see Winks going anywhere permanently because of this homegrown issue that we seem to have. What I can probably see being more likely is Paulo Gazzaniga and him leaving permanently, and potentially Delhi going on loan, although the club have come out again today and said that that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that really, other than Gedson Fernandez's termination of his loan, I can't see a huge amount of departures in January. Saying that, talking about players coming in, I think that there's a load of names being thrown around, and at the moment it's not really certain about who I think we're going to get.
Yeah.
But I think more, I guess, like, to not get your hopes up, I guess, if you look at the players like this Kyle Joseph kid, this 19-year-old from Wigan that we've been, who apparently he already rejected us, but apparently we're going in for him again. I mean, those seem like they might happen. 150 grand has been touted as the price. He scored a hat trick in his most recent game, or one of his most recent games, and he starts in League One. So for a 19-year-old, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
But then when I think about a transfer like that, we've got Troy Parrott, who's on loan at Millwall, having a bit of a stinker there, but then they're an awful team, so I don't blame him. We've got Dane Scarlett, who's 16, only 3 years younger than this Kyle Joseph guy, and I don't know whether we need that many young potential strikers. Obviously, we had success with Kane, but we haven't really had a lot of success with any of the other young kids that were coming up. So can't really see sort of much going on there. If we do get him, he'll probably just end up in the under-23s, maybe loaned back to Wigan. So yeah, that's all I can see happening. Ericsson, highly doubt that. I know it's been touted around. I think he's probably going to go to another club. I can't see us buying him. Maybe a loan, but even then, not really sure where he fits in. Obviously, Sabitzer, the sort of the big name that's been going around. Problem with that link is that the guy who has been talking about it a lot is Christian Falk, who's this sort of Bayern transfer guru, and he's also the guy whose rumor of the week was Harry Kane is going to be sold for 100 million euros to Man City. So the problem is when to take him seriously. I would like to hope that the stuff that he had on Sabitzer has been published by other journalists, so I think that it's got a little bit more credibility than some of the other stuff he's been throwing out. But again, do they want to get rid of him in January? He's got a year and a half left on his contract. They're trying to give him a new contract. I don't know. I think it's unlikely. I'd love to get him, but I think it's unlikely. The other one that we all know about is Skriniar. Liverpool apparently went in for him a week ago or inquired about him. They were told 54 million quid. There ain't no way we're paying 54 million quid. So should probably forget that one. And then the last one I would say is Sergio Ramos. Not convinced at all.
No.
So
do you even want Sergio Ramos?
To be honest, for me, no. But that's only because if we sign him, we're going to sign him for a minimum of a year, year and a half. And will we want him in a year and a half's time? I don't know.
Well, to me, he's just like the epitome of all that is evil in football. No, maybe, I don't know. I just feel like, dude, I can't tell you how much
he got on well with Mourinho.
Yeah, that's true.
Mourinho.
That's true, and I could see that happening. But before Mourinho came, I thought the same thing about him. So I don't feel like it's too far off for me. And so maybe my heart could be changed, and Jose has changed my heart, and maybe Ramos could do the same.
Join the dark side.
Join the dark side for real, dude. But like the thing is like when Eric Dyer got that tackle on him, I forget what game that was, and he just slammed him to the ground. It was like, it felt, I don't know, something felt good. Anyway, all right, let's keep moving forward here, and I want to ask you, Bill. I think you and I both saw it seemed like Alistair Gold was saying that Eric Lamela might be heading out, but Alex was saying that he thinks it's more likely probably a COVID case, and they just can't really talk about it. Would you entertain offers for Lamela?
Yeah, definitely. I know he splits opinion. I mean, I don't think he's a bad player, and I think on his day he can be good, but he's always injured. And I think, I mean, it depends on the price that they're offering as well. I mean, that's the most important thing. But in this situation, in this current economic climate, if you can get a decent offer, it's also like, do you remember? I think last season there was like this £40 million offer for Harry Winks. And we're having this conversation tonight: is Winks good enough? And you sort of think, in hindsight, if that was a genuine
Well,
offer, we could have done that. And I sort of think if we can get a good price for Lamela,
Yeah.
because that might free up some funds for us to get somebody who's not going to be injured all the time. So we can have
Ultimately.
regular.
Yeah. Jinty, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that there was when I was looking up Winks, there's news that just came out today about Valencia looking to loan him, which would be, I think, actually probably might be all right from. It's a less physical league because I don't know, when you notice him watching, that seems to be the one, like especially with Leeds, when I was watching him, like he was just getting bullied when he was like trying to battle on the ball. His dribbling style is more evasive than invasive. Like he's dribbling around kind of people, or dribbling away to get better opportunities rather than like try to do an undone welly and take on a man. I think the Liga probably is a less physical league and he can maybe earn his stripes a little, if you would say, in passing.
The only thing is, I just don't see why we would loan out a player when we know that
homegrown,
so long. Well, he's homegrown, but why we would loan him out and not have backup? If we have an injury, I just don't. If you can get a good amount of money, okay.
Our
but
midfield is a stack, though. Our midfield's stacked, mate. I think that's our most stacked bit in the squad. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I still think this season.
Yeah,
we wouldn't want to lose.
The Cup for some of these players to play in, and I mean, look, like, we send Winks away, and what will happen is we send him away, and first week of Feb, Højbjerg will get injured. Probably.
Alone,
and then we end up in the.
But alone can be recalled, like it's not like he's gone forever, kind of thing,
Not all of them though, because most of the time you can't.
It depends.
The window, so it's like you can only recall him in the summer. By that point, the windows. I mean, the season's ended, and we don't need him. So.
Alex, real quick, Rune LB says, I rate Lamela very highly. He's our best right back. I already know Jinty thinks he's way better than a one Steven Bergwijn. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think? Do you think he's our best? If he was healthy, would he play ahead of everyone else?
Yeah, I think he's got to be up there. I mean, I don't know whether he's our best. From a form perspective, pre-injury, yes, he's probably been the best player I've seen perform in that position this season, because Moura's not really been on it. Bale hasn't quite reached the tempo yet. I mean, I'm not going to say that he was a waste of time, because I mean, anyone who says that we should send him back now they don't understand the economics of football. It makes no sense. So I think, like, from that perspective, look, we're talking about selling a player that, in my opinion, you would have to be crazy to take on. As another club, right? He's injured all the time. If you're another club and you spend 15 million on him, he's at an age where every time he comes back from injury, it's even more of a struggle to get fit and play at the top level. So I think that we'll probably end up keeping him until his contract expires. Not out of our choosing, by the way, but I think that just is inevitable, really.
Yeah. By the way, I'm being corrected in the chat. Yeah, not right back. I'm a
I didn't want to say.
No, yeah.
I thought it was a sly comment. He's defensive.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at Rune LB and thinking left back. I said back. My brain is somewhere else. But okay, so I think I agree with you, and so this goes back to a question that I had just generally in the Discord when we were talking about this. Is like so. Ndombele, he keeps playing 70 minutes and he's immediately taken off. It's like it's a guarantee, and at some point it's like we only really have two subs. And is Jose trying to protect Ndombele from having a career like Lamela? Bill, do you think that's like part of this, or do you think it's? Yeah, I don't know. It could, because Lamela is just constantly injured. And I don't know. The way Ndombele plays is like 100% for 70 minutes. And sometimes I wonder, would I take, 77% for 90 minutes?
I don't know if it's Jose's doing this because he doesn't want him to end up like Lamela. I don't think he's literally thinking that. I think he's probably conscious that he's not totally fit enough to complete 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But I would say I think he came off on the 78th minute against Leeds.
This is
It's
the
around then.
latest.
Yeah, that's 13 minutes more than we've been getting throughout the season. So I think it's just a case of him getting more and more minutes. I think Ali Gold spoke about that as well. You know, when we saw him walking down the tunnel and he was raging and he was, you know, waving his hands about. I think that I agree with him. I think that is a good thing because it looks like he wants to be playing more, and that's what we want from Ndombele. Because sometimes he has that sort of style of play where it looks a little bit.
It's like
it reminds me a little bit of Berbatov. Yeah, it is lackadaisical. It reminds me of Berbatov sometimes when he's got such great technical ability, but he won't be sprinting up and down the pitch. But, no, I think he'll complete 90 minutes.
Looks like he's power walking down the field.
Heel toe. Yes, for sure.
Ndombele is like this fitness thing with Ndombele is just, I don't know. I don't think it's anything strategic, nothing like that. I think that ever since he joined the club, he's never reached match fitness. I spoke to someone from Lyon, like a fan on Twitter. I tried to find someone who spoke English, and I asked them, I said, when he played for you guys, was he playing 65 minutes or full matches? He was playing full matches for them, and he didn't have fitness issues when he was there. Saying that, they always say that the Premier League is the most intense league in the world, etc., etc. Maybe there's something there, but 60 minutes with Ndombele on the pitch is better than no minutes with Ndombele on the pitch and Winks or Dele Alli instead. So at the moment, like, not in a rude way, but beggars can't be choosers, and at the moment we're beggars, and we really need Ndombele on the pitch because without him, I mean, granted, you could say Lo Celso does well, but there's stuff that he does that technically not many players can do, and I think that, you know, even if he can only play 60 minutes for the rest of his career, I would still keep him, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely amazing, and sometimes I almost wonder if he uses that lackadaisical look to his advantage, and that's how he's able to turn on you know, midfielders so quickly. He kind of leans in and slows down, and then he just picks it up super quick. I want to turn to you, Jinty, and just ask you, and I know this is a loaded question because of how much you love Stevie B, but not just moving backwards to the right back position. Let's just move one step behind him because we'll have a debate about Stevie B. By the way, in the chat, do you think Stevie B is worth starting? Because we're going to start that war in the chat right now. But in the right back position, do you feel like Doherty, I mean, he looked like a kid in so much trouble from Jose Mourinho when he got sent off at the end of the Leeds game.
I don't know, like, to me, I don't know, maybe it's just it shows my outlook of what I've been through. Jose looked more like disappointed than angry. He was looking like kind of like face. It was more like, what have you done? Rather than like I'm furious with you. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, the fact is that he's been playing for Wolves for so long as a right wing back. Yeah. I'm granted to give him more than, you know, half a season to kind of adjust, especially when he's playing under a very like organised tactically kind of manager like Jose. Like, it's not even like an easy. And then you've got Ledley King as your defensive coach. You know, like it's quite a you know, trial by fire. And so I feel more inclined to like give him more of a chance than think that he's now completely a lost cause, you know. Sure. So do you would start Aurier ahead of him, I'm assuming. Yeah. Right. Well, obviously now I think it's with the red cards, it's straight reds, it's any domestic, so he can't even play for Brentford. Right. Right. So I'd have to even start him for this. But I mean, even the fact that just his presence in like maybe like the fact, you know, you could get rotation or he's a backup. The fact that he pushes Aurier to be better. Oh yeah, Aurier, he definitely has. Yeah, he definitely. Like, Aurier seems to be one of these people that seems to like rest on his laurels, you know. Yep. So if you've got someone like that, you know, pushing, at least it's some sort of plus, you know. Yeah. Even if he isn't doing well himself. Totally.
Do you not think Kyle Walker-Peters is better than Doherty, Jinty? Or because I'm kind of thinking, because I've read some things, I've read some comments, people are saying, oh, you know, we shouldn't have sold Kyle Walker-Peters. Yeah. So then if you follow that line and think, oh well, Kyle Walker-Peters, some people think is better than Matt Doherty. Why wasn't he spurring Aurier on? Why is it?
Yeah, because I just don't think we saw him as like a real opportunity. And like, I mean, he got loaned out to Southampton. I would never take that back because that was also part of the Højbjerg deal.
Yeah,
right.
So I would easily take that over having Kyle Walker-Peters.
All right, last question from the chat for us about transfers. It says, Anthony, can you ask this question to everyone if they would want Eriksen back, because there's reports saying that he might come back as a loan deal till the summer. Let's just make this a quick yes or no. You take Eriksen for a loan till the end of the season, Alex.
Listen, if it was free,
Dude, you can never do yes or no. I should never ask you first. Okay, continue.
No. Because the problem is that if we got to pay money for him and it's instead of getting someone else,
Sure.
No way.
Yeah.
If it's like, we're just going to pay like 50% of his wages and that's like 70k a week. We're not paying any money for him, and it's just someone else to have on the bench. Fine with that, as long as it means we're getting other signings. But no, I don't want him back permanently. If I'm honest, he wasn't that great for the last year and a half, guys.
No. And he's still struggling. Jinty, yes or no?
I'm not going to do what he does, but I want to make one point after this
okay.
about Son's contract you were talking about. But I would say yes.
Yes. Okay. And Bill?
Yes.
Yes.
And can I just say one thing? The most evil person in football isn't Sergio Ramos. That was Pepe. He was the Real Madrid Pepe. He was way worse than Ramos.
He's still playing.
I know he is. Yeah. He was pure evil, that guy.
Oh my gosh.
Look him up on YouTube. There's some compilations of his outrageous things that he did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have to check some of that stuff out. Bill, we're going to end with you looking ahead to tomorrow, Brentford. They are 4th in the championship. They beat 4 Premier League sides on the way to the semifinals, beating Southampton away, West Brom away, Fulham and Newcastle, both at home. How do you see us lining up, especially in that right back position? Do we go with a strong team, rotate, and what's your scoreline prediction?
Yep, it's going to be a strong lineup. I don't think Jose's going to take any chances. Mm-hmm. He said yesterday at his press conference? It's the biggest game of his time at Tottenham. So why would you change anything? Yeah, exactly. He's not going to be a mug and and he's been let down, against Antwerpen last when he has played a second string team. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be in the back of his mind. So he's going to definitely play our strongest 11.
Yep.
Brentford come into this really, in good form. They've only had 3 league losses, the same as Spurs. I think they've got the steady, only second to Bournemouth for the amount of goals scored in the Championship. Mm-hmm. So everybody needs to be on their A game for tomorrow. Totally. I think it could be 3. I think it'll be 3-1 to Tottenham. I think Brentford will get a goal. That's
a confident win, though.
Yeah, no, because I think if you're going to have Kane and Son playing, and Ndombele, I think, and Højbjerg, I just think we should be able to beat them.
Yeah, our strongest 11 should beat their strongest 11.
Yeah, exactly. And if we can't beat them, then we don't deserve to be in the final anyway. So I am confident that we're going to win. I think it will be 3-1. Yeah. And we'll rotate against Marine. So I think that'll be the game where you don't play Kane and Son, and you're gonna give the B team. It'll be a bit of a blend, I think. But yeah,
totally.
No, I'm feeling confident. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow.
Good. Jinty, are you confident? Are you feeling good?
No, semi-final, man. It's never like there's always that what if in the back of mind. But I'm confident going in. Our team is going to do all right. So, but I think he will put, as Bill says, he'll put the strongest 11 out.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go. I would say 2-1, mate. I think it's going to be a scrappy.
Yeah, scrappy 2-1.
I hope I'm proved wrong and we smashed them like 9-0. But you never know.
That's right. Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with combination of Bill and Jinty was saying. I think 3-1's probably my prediction. I think that we will have all of the big guns out, and if we end up 3-0 up at half time or something, maybe we'll see some rotation, because I think as we were talking earlier, we've got those 5 subs, so I can see a lot of rotation there potentially, and that one goal will probably be Joe Hart coming on for Lloris for the last 10 but yeah, I reckon 3-1. I think we're going to go with 3-1.
All right. And do you, just a quick question, last one for you, Alex. Do you feel like we give them possession or do we hold on to the ball?
Oh, I think, to be honest, I think we should be able to hold on to the ball. I think that playing Brentford should be like similar to how we played against Leeds. I expect them to come at us. You know, I don't think they're going to sit back and expect us to try and pummel them. I think that like we're going to be a little bit more proactive with the ball.
Is that how they play? Has anyone watched Bradford? I haven't watched them. How do they play?
They play quite attacking football, I think, because they only missed out just, didn't they, last season?
Because because Jose's pragmatic, he might actually just play that, soak the pressure if they are so, and break them on the counter with our superior, individuals. Like you could see that.
They have that Arsenal kid, Joshua Da Silva, or former Arsenal player, Joshua Da Silva, who's like apparently wanted by 14 Premier League clubs, or so they say. So I think he's going to be the one that I'm probably most scared of at the moment, because they sold a bunch of players to other teams in the summer, and they've come out almost just as strong. So he's probably one of their best players, and probably the only one that I'm kind of fearful of doing one over on us, just because of the fact that he said
ex-Arsenal.
Played for Arsenal forever and stuff, and then they got rid of him like they do with all their best players. Like. so yeah,
Totally.
I mean, that's my only worry. But
well, guys, I personally am going to say 1-1 going into extra time.
Oh,
I know that is how not confident I am. I'm with you, Jinty. I do not feel good about it at all. Semifinals.
Do we win in extra time or penalties?
I think we go to penalties, and I think we win in penalties. That's what I'm going to say. I hate it.
I got a question, Anthony. Who's going to be in goal for the penalties?
Who's going to be in goal?
For us, yeah.
For the penalties. He's saying his heart coming on. His heart coming on.
I can imagine we're winning 2-1 on the 85th minute. He brings on Hart for the last 5 minutes. We concede, and then we're stuck with Joe Hart in goal for the penalty.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And especially because I think you said we have 5 subs, right? So that is like bound to happen. No, I think Lloris stays in goal the whole time, barring something tragic and he gets injured or something like that. So I think Lloris stays in goal. I think we win on pens. Guys, that's all the time we've got for this. I got to get to the trivia. This is so much fun. Thanks for the laughs and for talking. Yeah, guys, if you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere. Literally 30-second break. We're coming back with some trivia. Regina's at the top. Are you going to challenge her 7 points? We'll see you in just Guys, this is so much fun. I really enjoy doing this. I started this back in June. You know, we were in lockdown. I didn't have a lot of people to talk about Tottenham anywhere. And so honestly, this just like blesses my heart so much to have guys like Bill, Jinty, Alex, all of you in the chat. I want to thanks Matt Hayes for the raid. This is just so much fun. Techno, thanks again for your question, for your audio. Regina as well. Everybody who's been a part of it. It's been so fun. But let's get to the trivia, because that's why you're here. Not looking for no tear jerker from me. So here we go. So this is how the game works. First of all, let me show you this. This is how it stands. Regina is at the top with 7 points. The first 7 questions are all worth 1 point each, okay? The first 7 questions are all worth 1 point each. Then we have 3 questions at the end. They're all worth 3 points each, okay? They're definitely more difficult, at least in my opinion. So there's opportunity for points everywhere. Last time Regina was outstanding. I think she got a couple 1-pointers. She got a 3-pointer at the end. And I believe I gave Harry Kane a point because he was close, but not quite. But we like to be gracious. We like to be generous here. So what I got to figure out really quickly is how long this delay looks. So I'm going to just do this really quick. And this is going to tell me everything I need to know in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is a pretty decent delay, which is unfortunate. But here's what we're going to do. We are going to jump in and have this little thing. What I'm going to do is you're going to have to just get into the chat as fast as you possibly can. I see you, Matt. You're awesome. Here we go. The first question for our Tottenham Trivia. Are you ready? We got a countdown. It's 11 seconds. If I see this in 11 seconds, I'll give you a little bit more time because I have a much longer delay than usual. So the first question is this. What was Spurs' largest ever victory? What was the scoreline for Spurs' largest ever victory? I'm putting it right out there. Here's the countdown. Let's see if we can get some answers in before the countdown ends. I think there might be too much of a delay in order to make this work. It sure looks like it. Let me go back. See what we got here. Man, this is the struggle bus. I'm having trouble. All right, we're going to do it this way. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the questions. We're just going to do it for fun because you guys are literally blowing up my chat and I love it. We had only 3 people last time. It was awesome. Oh, here we go. We're starting to see some scores. Get those scores in as fast as possible. We're not going to do the time. And if you get the correct answer, oh, there it is. But see, there it is. Techno, you get the first point. I'm giving it to you. Well done. Usually I try to do this so that we can save some questions because the problem is we're on the internet right now and y'all could be just looking it up in the time that it's been delayed. But Techno, you've got it correct. It was 13-2. Here's the real question though. Who was it against? Does anyone know who it was against? And now I'm going to be waiting for so long. That's the question. Who was the largest victory against? Are you doing a Jose in parking the struggle bus? No, I'm not parking the struggle bus. We're going to keep moving forward. Techno against who? That's right. Can you remember? Nope, wasn't Wigan. Incorrect. Guys, I feel like there it is, Crew Alexandria. This guy, I'll give you the 2 points for it. Well done, Techno. I'm giving it to you. Well done. All right, next. Here's the next question. We're just going to see the first person in chat who gets it right. And now I'll give you the points. But please try to, for the respect of the trivia game, don't be using VAR and going and Googling this. All right, what number... what number is Jack Clark this season? First one to get it. What number is Jack Clark? Who's going to get it? There's the question. Will we have the answer? Oh my gosh. So behind. 47. Hey, you got it. John Kai, which I also know is Thomas Nation. I'm going to give that to you, my friend. 47. Well done. You got it. Just before Rune LB. Thomas Nation, well done. Oh, people are getting frustrated. It looks like the chat's getting a little slow. Maybe what we can do sometime You know what? Put this in the chat if you want this. Maybe we'll have like a head-to-head trivia where I'll send you guys a link. We'll get you on here just like we brought on the guys, and we'll do a head-to-head trivia. Who can get it? I think that could be fun. All right, next question. Who made the most ever appearances for the club? Who made the most ever appearances for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club? I bet you know this one. This is why it's 1 point. 1 point because these are the ones. And oh, yes. If you get this, let me know. I'm seeing all these yeses. I love it. All right, we're going to do head to head. It won't be next week. Yeah, we're going to do it. All right, we'll do it. We'll do head to head in a couple weeks, 2 weeks time. All right. And I'm so looking forward to that because it will be awesome. Maybe what we can do is figure out a way in the Discord chat to get people going up head to head. I like this idea so much. All right. Longest ever. I'm looking in here. We've got Jimmy Greaves. Incorrect. Osvaldo. Wrong. Hoddle. Berbatov. Was it Jetson Fernandez, bro? I don't think so. Oh, Jinty, he got it. Jinty got it. It's Perryman. Well done. Let me write that in there. Jinty gets the point. Now, here's the real question. And this is how I'll know if you're freaking Googling it right now, because Wikipedia has it wrong. How many appearances did he make? That's the question. How many appearances did he make? And if you go to Wikipedia, you're going to get it wrong. So don't even Google it right now. Just throw out a number between 1 and a big number because it's the most appearances ever for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Well done. Oh, Matt, did you have it? I'm looking back up. Dude, I'm going back up here. My number lock was on. That is so hilarious, Matt. Head to head would be so funny. I don't see you on here, Matt. 1800 650 450 850 1000 850 question mark, man. 666 the player of the beast, bruh. Man, I'm looking at my chat, and based on what my chat says, guys, I'm seeing a lot of people say I said Perriman first. That is not true. Guys, you know what we're going to do? Oh, Jinty got it. Jinty got it. You got it. Well done, Jinty. 854. And I know that you had just enough time to go to the Spurs website and look that up. So well done to you. Okay, here's the next question. Question number 4. We got one question after this. So this is worth 1 point and one more after this. And this might be tough for 1 point, but Jose is a grand officer in what Portuguese order of knighthood? Jose is a grand officer in what Portuguese order of knighthood? If you get this, that'd be awesome. Maybe you're Portuguese and you just know this offhand, but I had to look this one up. By the way, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 50 subs this month. We already have 7, which is awesome. I'm still getting comments from appearances. No clue, no idea. Bruh. You know how it is about Jose.
Everybody says my name wrong.
Everybody says his name wrong, but I've been working on it, just like I worked on saying Holly Agumbar. I believe that's how you say it. And Holly, I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. But anyway, okay, looks like nobody's got it. No idea, which is all right. We'll just save it. We'll move it to the next one. All right, next question. Last 1 pointer. The next 3 will be worth 3 points. So this is huge, okay? Where is Juan Foyth on loan? Where is Juan Foyth on loan? You tell me. Some of these answers I'm seeing for the previous question are still incorrect. Sorry. We're going to move on. So, where is Juan Foyth on loan? Can you tell me? Chat. Oh, there it is, Regina. Well done, Regina. She got it. And Regina, man, they're so fast, so close. So close. But look at all these. Look at these delayed. Okay, this is why. I'm so sorry if it's delayed. I hope you're still having fun. Next time we're going to do head-to-head. It'll make it that much better. Okay, 3-point questions. Here we go. First 3-point question. What is Harry Kane's middle name? Matt, thank you so much for being a part of this. This was such a gift for you to send a bunch of friends to come and watch the stream. And it was so fun to talk to the guys today, man. All right. What is Harry Kane's middle name? Can you get it right? I'm looking on here. There it is. Thomas Nation coming back from 0. Thomas Nation, I don't know how your name always comes up different to me. First it's Thomas, then it's John. I never know. I never know. But good job, everybody. It is definitely Edward. Actually, oh dang, dude, I've read the wrong question, but that's okay. I'm still gonna give you 3 points for it. That was supposed to be a 1-pointer. Here's a 3-pointer. All right, from downtown. Let me know if you know this one. Some of you are too young to even know what this is or who this is. Which Spurs keeper was on the cover of FIFA 95? Which Spurs keeper was on the cover of FIFA 95? Some of you weren't even born. I guess. I don't know. Seems like. Thomas 0 to hero. I love it. I love it. I'm going to change. When we redo this leaderboard, we're going to have Thomas Nation. Thomas 0 to Thomas hero, my friends. So here's a 3-pointer. Anybody know it? Which Spurs keeper was on the cover of FIFA 95? Big Eric! Well done, Jinty. Jinty, I am surprised. When we talk later on Discord, you got to let me know. Did you know that off the top of your head? Or are you just quick with the keyboard? All right. This will be the last question. Last question, 3-pointer, and I hope you get it. This is a really fun trivia question about Tottenham Hotspur. What was the transfer fee that Spurs paid to sign Jimmy Greaves? What was the transfer fee that Spurs paid to sign Jimmy Greaves? Look at Will. Bill can't believe it either. I can't believe it. It's kind of incredible. Guys, I'm going a bit long today. I know usually we go an hour, but technical difficulties. It is what it is. What was the transfer fee Spurs paid to sign Jimmy Greaves? Nope, wasn't 32. Was not 32. I got to start hitting that correct button when someone gets it right. Was not 500. Oh, there it is, Techno. Well done, Techno. It was 99,999. And you want to know why? Because they thought 100,000 is just too much. Too much pressure. If he was to be bought for 100,000, that would be too much pressure on one player. Man, times have changed, but the pressure has not. So, man, this is so fun. I really, really appreciate people getting in on the chat. And when we do it live, I still want you to get in on the chat, because if you guys in the chat beat the people that are live, that's even better. So maybe that's how we do it. We'll have the two people that are live, and the chat's on a delay. So they'll have like a little bit of time to duke it out, and then the chat, if the chat wins, we could have like a little category for chat. So, all right, guys, this was so much fun. Thanks so much for watching, as always. If you like this stuff, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Share this with your friends. I just love talking Tottenham. It literally makes my day. When we were doing this in the mornings, I couldn't sleep. I was only sleeping for like 4 or 5 hours because I was just so excited to do this. And doing it in the afternoon is just as much fun, too. If you are about to go to bed, I hope you have pleasant dreams. And, yeah, hopefully get that win tomorrow. I know I said I see it going 1-1 to penalties, but it's going to be fun to watch either way. So, like I like to say, as ever, it was great talking with you.